Welcome to Perspective Africana, where we project the African perspective on national, regional, and global issues. For today, we'll be focusing on mass atrocities. 2 days ago, on the 7th of April 2024, the international community, the world leaders gathered in Kigali, Rwanda, to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the onset of what has turned out to be the greatest example of man's failing in its ability to prevent genocide and mass atrocities since the Second World War, and that is the Rwandan Genocide. Within a space of 100 days, a militia comprised mostly of Hutus slaughtered over a million Tutsis and moderate Hutus. And this happened while the world watched. With the world watched as preparatory mechanisms were set in place, as the radio channels were used to propagate hatred and did nothing until when the onslaught of the killings commenced. Soon after, the refrain, the chant, never again gained currency. And everybody thought that after the Rwanda genocide, there will be a lull in the advent of man's inhumanity and atrocities on fellow mankind. But that was not to be. 2 years after the Rwandan genocide, the First Congo War, several thousand Hutus were slaughtered in Congo. And thereafter, we've had several other episodes of atrocities, such as the Yazidi genocide by the Islamic State, the Darfur genocide in Sudan, and the Rohingya genocides by the government of Burma, Myanmar. And now the world is watching right before our very eyes as yet another genocide is unfolding in Gaza and the West Bank, where the state of Israel, under the leadership of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has taken it upon itself to execute a very lethal genocide against the Palestinians who stay in both Gaza and the West Bank. The world is again watching. And there's even bickering as to what constitutes genocide. But all the ingredients of genocide have materialized in this instance. And yet it is taking a lot of time to realize what is going on. Are we going to wait until the entire people of Palestine are wasted before the world says enough is enough? It is hoped that with the examples of what's going on, what has happened in Rwanda and other places, we all should be able to come together and say no and enough is enough. Good enough. Some other states, particularly South Africa and Nicaragua, have initiated judicial efforts to stop these atrocities. South Africa with its case against the State of Israel, and Nicaragua with its case against Germany to stop a country that is aiding and abetting genocide. It is hoped that the international system will be strengthened by the resort to judicial process or judicial mechanisms under the International Criminal Court. It is also worthy of note that using this pedestal, the world should begin to take note of areas where there is likelihood of genocides being perpetrated. And two instances readily come to mind. One is in Sudan, and the second is in Nigeria. In Nigeria, for instance, for over a decade now, there has been a systematic ethnic cleansing and genocide being perpetrated against the peoples of the Middle Belt region of that country. Likewise, in Sudan, there has been specialized and really deep-rooted genocides being played out against people. So hopefully the world will use this same environment, this same climate to realize that there is need to put a stop to genocides. And when we say never again, it should really mean never again. Thank you very much, and let's have a wonderful